What once was old can become new again, especially when you put a fresh new spin on it. Over 20 years ago, one such property was completely reimagined for the go-go 90s and would go on to make a hauntingly good mark on pop culture as a result. Hi, my name's Derek J. Hoover, and this is the history of Space Ghost Coast to Coast on Yesterdaze.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
69, dudes!
Well, there's your problem right there, Vern.
Hey, Willie.
Cowabunga!
Goonies never say die!
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I?
And knowing is half the battle.
Autobots, roll out.
Thunder! Thundercats!
Gordon's alive.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Yesterdaze. Welcome to February, and I am Derek J. Hoover. I'm joined, of course, by Dustin and Jason. Gentlemen, how are you?
Did he call you Dason?
I don't know.
We got called Justin last month, I think.
We
That's your couple name.
Like you and I had brindled fly together.
Yeah.
Like we had been transported from one spot to another and merged into one being known as Justin.
I hope your right ball hangs a little lower than your left, because then we might be symmetrical, depending upon how we merge.
Is that kind of your situation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's even them out.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Women always have one boob that's bigger. Guys, they got that one ball. You know, nobody's got a symmetrical nutsack.
No, we all have a nut that just hangs.
Asymmetry, though, I think is the key to survival.
Oh.
But even for a moment, you want perfect symmetry.
Yeah.
You want to at least experience it.
Yeah, if we're going to get turned into the thing, you know, at least our balls will look good.
If you and I are to be mashed together,
Yes.
we want our balls to hang equally.
Yeah. Oh,
Throw them over your shoulder.
This is something I think about a lot.
That's the dream.
Dustin and I being mashed together into one
Show
being.
one energy.
Just perfect balls. Perfect balls.
Perfect, beautiful, pendulous balls.
Yeah.
God. I think that's every man's
From
dream.
Dason.
Yeah. It's me, Jason. I'm back on the program.
He's back, baby.
Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Hey, I love having you here. You're here all the time because you're a co-host.
It's his house.
And it's my house, and
It is
I'm
your
having
house.
the time of my life.
I love that
I'm going
for
to lift
you.
you like Jennifer Grey pre-nose job.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have a sack under the desk, but I don't want to get in it right away.
Is it
necessarily.
symmetrical?
It does appear that one side hangs a little lower.
Oh, no.
Before I
No,
want
it's normal.
I want
Okay,
to throw
yeah,
it
yeah,
out
yeah.
there to both of you fellas. Though. Is there anything that you want to chat about up front here?
Masters of the Universe trailer.
I had a feeling he was going to say that, so I wore this shirt.
Oh, yes. I do. I wore a
Battle
Wilford
Kitchen.
Brimley shirt that says diabetes. I
Nice.
have the sugars. Shauna got this for me for $7 reduce.
Your Wilford Brimley shirt, is it kind of in the style of like Little Debbie?
Little Debbie.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Little Brimley.
What's the best Little Debbie snack?
Oh, heavens.
Christmas tree.
Christmas
Well,
tree?
I think that gets disqualified because it's seasonal.
Not in this house.
Well,
It's the best.
he can judge it however he wants. I think he can
Zebra
vote
cake.
Christmas tree. Okay.
It's the Christmas tree without the sprinkles.
I think that's true.
That's accurate.
Different
That's
size.
accurate.
This is what I'm going to vote
Octagon.
for. I'm going to vote for like the chocolate covered donuts.
Those are good.
I'm a fucking glut. If someone puts like a whole, you know those bags you can buy?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I can do 80% of that bag in one sitting.
You dunking them.
I know Duncan.
Are you going
See,
full,
I dunk.
full on pardon me. Belushi. Little mini chocolate donuts.
I had a phase like a year and a half ago with those, and like my friend Brian Wolford knew about it, and he sent me that video.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, yeah, I think that's like without the athlete part. That's me. What's the best Little Debbie product, Derek?
Oh, heavens. I do love me the Christmas trees. But as far as what is readily available all the time, it is a dead heat between Nutty Bars
That's my second.
Nutty bars are good.
and the peanut butter bars,
I don't know if I've had those.
where they're packaged the way Nutty Bars would. They don't look like Nutty Bars. They're very, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, they're very similar to how peanut butter boppers were. Chocolate flaky inside, and in there, peanut butter, baby.
Nutty Bars got me clout at a job.
Well, what does that mean?
I was
Whoa.
I was a camp counselor during high school.
Aha.
Nutty Bars were a part of my daily lunch that I would bring.
Someone saw you eating it.
One of the counselors, the college kids, because I was a high school kid, I was like their helper. And you'd get drafted at the beginning of the week. Well, cool counselor Doug, Doug knew Dustin enjoyed Nutty Bars, and Dustin's willing to share sometimes.
There you go.
So Doug knew he
There's two
picked
in the
me.
pack.
He's getting at least a single Nutty Bar half of the week.
The Nutty Bar is like a waffle-looking, thin, crispy wafer. It's like layers.
Yes.
You guys, you pull it apart sometimes. Right?
Hell yeah. That was the best part about being a kid. That's in your Alf lunchbox. You
Yeah.
just pinch it and pull it apart.
I don't have time for that now, but I did once.
Yeah.
Oh, God, to be a kid again.
Now we have to be time
take
efficient
apart.
with our snacks.
Yeah.
I think this is a Little Debbie snack, the Cosmic Brownie.
Okay.
Cosmic Brownie.
Now that's a piece of shit, right?
It's bad.
I've had worse.
I've had worse.
I got to
that
give it
is-
props to the name
It's
Cosmic
not
Brownie.
great. It's like the afterthought of their snack
Cosby
offerings.
Brownie, much worse.
Tell you,
Whoa.
the Cosby Brownie? Oh boy.
You see, sips all over the bar. Jazz is like yellow pudding. Spitball. Okay, yellow man, little thing with the guy comes out of me, and he's like, what you girl cooking you? What is the rap music? They're hipping a little hopping, a little bit, a little bopping, so they don't know what the jazz is all about. You see?
Purple and fizzy. Yeah, I'll pass on that. Nutty Bar, that's a good pick.
Yeah. If I can't get a Christmas tree, I'm going zebra cake, but when I want something different, it's the Nutty Bar. Oatmeal cream pie occasionally.
Okay, those can be
Those
good.
are best out of the
Frozen.
freezer. Hell yeah.
I don't think I've ever had one.
You get them
Oh.
big fuckers. It's
very good.
Like double-sized
Very
ones.
good.
Throw that sumbitch in the freezer. Enjoy it.
I would try that.
It's very good.
All right, let's move over to Mo 2, Masters of the Universe. The official trailer is out.
The official trailer.
for the live
the
action.
day before was the teaser for the teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the trailer out now is not even a teaser. It's like a full 2-minute thing. Like that's a trailer, baby.
Yeah.
It's a trailer to the point where I don't know a lot and I don't want to know anymore.
But you get
Yeah, you got enough.
You get enough of an idea.
That's
that
where
you're
I am.
in.
That's where I am with movies these days.
Yeah.
Give me a trailer where it's going to
Just
be
give
like
me a taste.
Oh, I can feel like the tone of this.
That's how they used to be.
I know the look. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Don't take me through the whole fucking plot.
Right.
You know?
It's bad editing.
Yeah.
Leave something to, experience at the movie itself.
What did you think of the trailer?
I thought it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I am interested. I was not necessarily psyched about this movie. And that's as being a fan of it as a kid. But it's just like, yeah, but I'm 44 now.
A lot
Like
of us in the
that's-
community, it's
yeah.
been like tempered expectations because it's like until
And I haven't been
you're in post production, man, I'm not going to believe it's going to happen.
super hardcore into the fandom since I was a little child.
When was the Dolph Lundgren? 87?
I never
87.
even saw that.
Okay. I
So-
think I did way back
This
when.
is going to be my first Masters of the Universe movie.
Are you going to warm up by watching the other one?
I feel that it'll come up on this show, and I'll save my virgin viewing for that.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
We've not done He-Man on the show, right?
We've done the cartoon.
Would you do just the movie?
So that's what's next
Yeah, I
when the
think
movie
the-
comes out.
The movie itself begs an episode just because it's.
Do you have that on the docket for this year? Because I feel
I
like
don't have it on the docket
leading up to the
for
actual
year,
release of the show, it might be a good idea.
Pizza party, pivot.
I could pluck it.
Okay.
I can take a look at the schedule, and if there's something that could.
Last time I saw it was probably in the late 80s.
Oh, no shit.
And I've seen probably little clips here and there. It's Frank Langella, right? As a Skeletor.
Skeletor, a young Courtney Cox. Most of the movie takes place on Earth. No Orko. We get Gwildor instead.
who is not, he's not in the cartoon. This is a for the movie creation.
Yes, created for the movie, had an action figure, and eventually showed up in Masters of the Universe. Revolution was season 2, the Netflix animated series.
Is Gwildor going to be back in this movie?
No.
Carol Channing was too bad. There was two of her.
Two of her. Oh shit! There's two of these.
I would love to see her and Sherry Lewis as the two heads.
That's too bad. Oh, that wouldn't that be great?
It would really confused the shit out of a 6-year-old Jason. Like, I thought that was the same.
What?
Jane tomorrow, Jane yesterday, but never ever Jane today. I said Jane tomorrow, Jane yesterday, but never ever Jane today. You can wish as you want, you can want as you wish. Still you better hear me say Jane tomorrow, Jane yesterday, but never ever Jane today.
Next to each other, I could tell they're different, but like in my mind,
Oh no!
My Facebook memories was flooded with Channing past week because it was the anniversary of her passing.
Oh, dear.
So, of course, as many times as she's been mentioned on my respective podcasts, there was a lot of Channing in the memories. It was like, wow, we lost her.
Much like Tiger Sharks and Summer of the Monkey, she's part of the lore.
She is deep in the lore of Yesterdaze.
That Alice in Wonderland episode continues to do well. One of our best episodes of last season.
Shivas.
Derek, knowing so much about Motu as you do, watching the trailer, probably scouring, revisiting the trailer over and over.
Yeah, how many times have you watched it?
I think about 2 or 3.
Is the tracking on your computer fucked up from freeze frames?
Did you fuck up your tracking?
I did not fuck up the tracking.
Okay. Enhance.
I've watched it about 2 or 3 times. I'm not gonna like emergency
not the
awesomeness and
Zapruder
like
film.
dissect it. And
I don't believe you. That honestly was my next question. It was like, have you watched any dissection videos for like people saying, I think this is an Easter egg for this.
Oh, there's Merman.
Or like in the corner of the screen you see this and this alludes to this. You didn't do any of that? What why not?
I don't. That shit's gotten tiresome. Because certain new rock stars, Screen Crush.
I don't like that one. I don't like
I
New
don't
Rock
care
Stars.
for that one either. That guy's not a great presenter.
I do like what's the other one? Everything.
Emergency Awesome with Charlie. But Charlie,
I don't mind that one.
He's starting to get on my nerves a little bit.
He bites fingers, from what I heard.
Charlie bit me.
We did talk about Charlie like within the past year, and it's like Charlie's now like in the video.
Yeah, he never used to.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
Usually at the front and usually towards the back.
And I always liked it where it's like, here's this guy's voice. I'll think about what he looks like.
Yeah.
And I was like, now I know. It's like a fucking rules the illusion. I'm Derek Hoover. But it kind of did. It shatters it for me.
A little bit. He's kind of gotten on my nerves lately simply because I'll use Stranger Things as a good example. He'll start talking about stuff that has like either previous seasons or in the case of MCU, obviously previous movies, and he'll posit these ideas and it's like, did you watch any of the previous 5 seasons of Stranger Things? Did you take any notes? Did you do any rudimentary research? Same thing can be said of Marvel movies, and sometimes I feel like he's just making content to make fucking content.
He's got a video. He's got to have like an 8 to 10 minute video out every day.
Several a day. He'll do more than one a day.
That's his job, baby.
That's his. And so I get it. It doesn't necessarily mean that I like it.
So he doesn't have joy because he's forced.
Yeah, how much do you love it?
It'd be wild. Like I watch WrestleMania every day. Yeah, I'm sure you're aware of that. Yeah, it's like a 9 to 12 minute video every day about current rumors and what's going on with professional wrestling.
Yeah,
it's just something I like. Why I watch it every day. And sometimes you do feel like maybe they're stretching a little bit for something.
Yeah,
but that is that guy's job.
Yeah,
and that's his whole job. He gets enough views to where he can live off of doing that.
Just posting pictures of Liv Morgan getting folded up by Rhea Ripley.
The tracking on my computer is shot.
She pinned not just her shoulders, but also her knees and toes.
It's purposely sexual, and I'm fine with it.
Very good.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
June is it June?
June 5th.
I'll see it.
This is what I'll say. I think that's probably a Friday.
It's Friday. It's an opening weekend. We're gonna see, man.
The next day is the Illinois Game Con.
Oh shit balls!
I'd be down Sunday to see it. If you guys want to make a thing of it. If you want to make just a thing with you and your boy,
I'm good waiting till Sunday to see it.
Good to know that that's
Derek will see it twice.
The con, so I can start.
It'll come up
requesting
more, and I'm sure my brother will come on to promote the con
I
before.
want to know the date now, so I can start requesting shit off. So,
But I'm just saying that if you want to go with just you and Henry to see it, I get that too.
I wouldn't mind having a group. And Henry likes it when he feels like he's one of the guys. Like he kind of felt like that when we went to go see Superman. I met Shauna there because they had an outing for her job, but me and one of my best friends, Brandon Burling, one of the biggest Superman fans I know, went there. We sat together, and he wanted to sit between Uncle Brandon and Daddy. So he likes the experience of feeling like one of the guys. So.
Yeah, Ian, Kevin Clark's son, I think kind of like.
Yeah, you did that with like wrestling with him.
Yeah,
and shit.
he likes boys' night or whatever.
Yeah, he likes that guy time. So I'm very excited for it. I'm not going to do this whole watch all these channels and dissect every scene. I'm not going to do about the only one I watched that I truly enjoyed was Pixel Dan, fellow Illinois boy Pixel Dan's reaction to it. He is one of the biggest Motu fans on the planet. He literally wrote a book on Motu, so seeing him react to it because it means a lot to him, that was very special to watch.
He reacted favorably.
Oh, very favorably.
Okay.
Well, that's good to hear.
So
sounds like
I'm
it's
not-
getting rave reviews across the board.
Yeah, the only people having an issue with it are the kind of people you would expect to have an issue.
Well,
with
because we talked about the
So
Street
fuck 'em.
Fighter on a previous episode and like how they're approaching that movie, and we didn't know how Motu was going to be approached.
That's true. Yeah, when live action comes around, like even dating back to like 2000 with the X-Men, you're like, how am I going to see fucking Wolverine in these yellow spandex? And the answer is you don't.
Yeah.
It's like a black leather outfit, and they kind of made it work, but something's happening in the guys since then to where like one of the biggest MCU movies in the past few years is the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
And
he's fully
in
garbed
his
out,
blue and yellow togs.
So like
with the mask,
you have to like lick your finger and stick it up in the air and then see which way the wind's blowing, man.
booty shorts.
But it's not booty shorts.
You the
I
man
wish
with the
it were.
blicky.
This is what I'll say.
Teal in the booty shorts.
Motu trailer getting rave reviews. I think it's on the right track. But what will my sack get? Will it get rave reviews? It's the return of the sack.
Return of the Sack.
Oh my goodness! I'll tell you, I don't have a beef with that.
All right. There's a lot in here. I'm going to try to go quickly. There's a few things I'm going to wait for later, but let's see what I got right up front here.
Bust it out. Bust it. The kids say bussin'.
Bussin', yeah.
They do.
Are you trying to kill that?
The first thing we have is something that I was sent on a mission to get. And that's two things from my brother's shop.
Yes.
The item shop in Norma, Illinois.
That's right.
It's the coolest shop in town, if you ask me.
Goddamn right. Pixel Dan's been there twice.
These two glamour gals.
Yes.
Aaron and Jesse.
In the package, I was sent
Kenner.
by Derek to go get these for one Allison Troy, listener and producer of the program.
Glamour Gals collection. Dolls, party plays, fancy firebirds, the showplace collector's case, each sold separately. You can send in proofs of purchase from any 3 Glamour Gals dolls, Jessie, Danny, Lonnie, or Shara, and any of 3 outfits. And get Jessie in fancy formal free. Details are on the specially marked packages. Offer expires on March 1st, 1982. Glamour Gals collection, Jessie and beautiful bride. Other dolls and playsets sold separately. New from Kenner.
She saw these, I think, via Derek, and said, "Give me that.
Give me that."
$1.99 price tags
Original
on
retail.
them from the original store.
Yeah. These are from Kenner.
Yes,
These
sir.
are from 1982, it looks like.
This is her fucking jam, dude.
And
I don't recognize the name of the store.
these look like shitty little things you'd find in like a dollar store, but like
Yeah.
somehow they've persevered.
them. Good.
They've
It's a beautiful
persevered.
bride.
It's Glamour
Zare?
Girls
Oh,
collection.
wow. I didn't realize that they had
you
the
go.
original Zare fucking tag on it.
Yeah,
Hell
I've never
yeah.
even heard of that.
There's a brand new store in town. It's called Zare.
Take another look, take another look, take another look at Zare. Take another look, take another look, look at all the fashions there. Take another look at Zare. Take another look, compare. Take another look, take another look, take another look at Zare. Take another look, look at all the values there.
And you jerk it out.
As you pass these down to
that's
Derek,
so cool.
keep them there because
I'm gonna
Derek,
set
you
them-
are sending them.
Yes,
you are
these are
sending
part
those
of
to
a
Alice and
care
Troy.
package for Miss Allison Troy.
What else is in that thing?
This is something else that I know you guys are aware of.
So cool.
Last week, I met Matt Phillips. He's been on the program. Has he been on the program?
Yeah, he was on Short Circuit. I know that.
That's right. The AI shit.
And then we had like about a 45-minute diatribe, just him and I, about AI.
It was his birthday about a week ago, and
was it?
and I was out to eat with my lady friend, and he said he was going out to eat with his family. So we met them somewhere, and it was Chef Musa. It was a great spot
Nice
in Peoria.
pick.
And my lady friend and I were there, and after we were done with them there, and everyone had gone their separate ways, we said, let's go right next door to Two Sisters.
Yep.
Ooh,
It
Two
is
Sisters is good.
like a flea market, consignment booth kind of place, but it's large, and they got some cool stuff.
I've
And
got some cool shit from there.
Well, you're about to have this, because I just picked up the Batman
Shut the fuck up.
1989. You knew that I got this, I think, right?
I completely fucking forgot.
It was $7.50 after tax.
Oh my!
But
That's that under $10 quota.
It is.
yeah, so I got to pick it up for Derek there.
I'll PayPal you,
And this
don't
is,
worry.
of course, I think completely done by Prince.
Yes.
Right? There it is on cassette, Batman 89.
Very nice.
I hope that you do enjoy that.
Oh,
That's
yes,
a lot
I
of fun.
Yeah, Party Man's going to get some
Oh hell yeah!
some attention there.
Got two more things.
You said $7.50.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Send,
make sure
send
I
them
get
my
that
way
sent
when you
to
get a chance. This next thing, second to last, this is something that was previously featured on the program. This is a second emergence from the sack.
Oh, dear.
But with my, I'm still on hiatus, possibly forever, from Facebook Marketplace.
As chronicled
Fuck
last
you,
week.
Zuckerberg.
I don't know what to do with some of these items, but Derek seemed very fond of this, so I'm going to make sure that he gets it for free, and it's this little PVC guy.
Ah, yes.
It's the little monster with the little treasure box.
Yeah.
I just made a McDonald's shelf in the retro toy office.
I don't know what to do with that, so
I
you
sent
can
a
have
picture
that.
of that
This
to my
little
sister.
guy
She remembered
is
it too.
going right in there.
So I know Derek was really taken with that, and you had sent your sister, I think, one of the My Little Pony things too, right?
Yeah.
Bush Woolly.
All right, I've got something for later in the episode here, but what I'm about to show you right now,
It's going to blow my mind.
Oh heavens!
It's a fucking TV tray. I know it.
I'm very excited about it. I cannot believe that I'll warm it up a little bit for us.
Oh,
Start the car.
he's stretching.
I have a few places I go online to where I can look for upcoming sales, estate sales, whatever. I know where to look at. I kind of plan it out ahead of time. What days, what hours.
You've put the time in. The research has been done.
I'm not on Facebook a lot. It's weird to me when someone just posts something on Facebook and none of these other platforms that a lot of people use. So it was brought to my attention that on Moss Avenue, near where it hits Western in Peoria, there was an estate sale. Was it 2 weekends ago at this point?
Okay.
And it's Moss Avenue is it's old Peoria. You see all these houses on the bluff. You never know what you're going to get, but it's always going to be like an old house, and usually it's pretty cool. So I went through this old house. Freezing cold outside. I'm looking through the house. All right, I see what I see. I go out to the garage. I find a couple cool things, including like a big shell case a VHS for the Dark Crystal. I get that, and I get a DVD player and a VHS player, whatever. I find a couple cool things. I go back in the house, and then my lady friend says to me, her name is Lindsay. She says, "Hey, look under here. Look at this." And she doesn't know what she's looking for. She's not in tune with this shit like I am, but she likes going, and we have a fun time together. She points to under a like a card table set up in a kitchen.
Oh, she was trying to get kinky with you at the estate sale. Like, take a look under there.
Putting
Wink,
a pie
wink.
on the ledge.
There's some shit on top of the card table which I see, but I didn't see underneath it before.
Okay.
And there's a lot of like Star Wars stuff, but I think it's from like the prequel trilogy, and I don't give a shit about that. I can't move that. I don't care about it. But on the top of all this stuff, of all this Star Wars stuff, I see this, and my mind instantly goes into rage mode. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. This is Jimmy the Future Boy.
Oh, wow.
This is a still in package, still sealed Spumco.
Yeah,
that has Jason written.
Yeah, that's John K. drawing if
over
I've
it.
ever seen it.
The guy, John Chris Faluski, who created Ren and Stimpy, made this weird model set, and he's this character, Jimmy the Future Boy.
With a cutout mask.
And it's from 1994, It's still sealed.
Holy
I could not believe what I was seeing. I didn't know this existed.
That is insane.
So pass it around if you want to take a look at it. I was so excited to get that because I love Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, yeah.
I love the art style of John Kricfalusi. He has officially been canceled, and I don't think we're going to see a return from him.
No, he did very bad things.
Which is terrible because I think he did do bad shit. But like I love what he's created and what his mind puts out there.
Numbers?
I'm not opening it, obviously.
Oh, no.
This will stay sealed.
Do what you can to
Can I
try to
ask
straighten it out. But
what you actually paid
Sure.
for? Because if I know you, you were haggling. You know, you knew that was something special, but you're still gonna see if they know what they have.
That's kind of true. A lot of the stuff was priced at this sale. That was not priced.
Okay.
So
So yeah, you're going up trepidatious. You don't want to seem too excited.
Yeah, I had a handful of things I was buying, and they gave me a what I felt was a fair price for it. I said, okay, that's fine. And I said, these two things weren't priced. And it was that, and like, I think like a Star Wars cast metal figure, but it's like 6 inches tall. It was a weird figure to be cast metal. For that and the Jimmy Future Boy, it was $10.
Oh wow, okay.
And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'll pay that.
Have you done the research to see what that goes for on eBay?
There's not a lot out there.
That's not surprising.
I don't see it, and I don't think it goes for a ton. Maybe like 30 to 50. But
the fact that you didn't know it existed as an quote avid fan of that art and the works that he has done. The fact that wasn't on your radar at all, and then you just stumbled upon it,
speaks to maybe its rarity. Yeah. John Kricfalusi and I think Bob Camp, creators of Ren and Stimpy. This is like 92 to 94. That's the real heyday for this. So this product that came out in 94 was probably John Kay using his clout to promote other creations that he was making. This is something that was like no one knows Jimmy the Future Boy. I sure the fuck
no.
don't
This
know.
would be a Kickstarter campaign now.
I think there's even maybe like a Jimmy the Future Boy doll out there.
Well,
but
Wait for somebody else on Moss Avenue to die. Maybe they have that.
But like
Fingers crossed.
I just think that this is something that he wanted to pursue, and maybe this will be my follow up to Ren and Stimpy or whatever it is. But like, I didn't know that existed. The artwork immediately, I knew what it was. I knew that.
Oh yeah, totally.
If this wasn't John Kay in Spumco, this is a direct ripoff. So I took it, and I couldn't believe what I was holding.
If I'd have seen that in the wild, that would have been like immediately sending a picture of you, like, dude, have you ever seen this?
I couldn't believe it. And I when they told me it was, that and the action figure was $10, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Absolutely,
pretty incredible.
So
estate sales.
It may not blow your mind like it did me. But like I couldn't believe a product that I didn't know existed from 1994, still sealed for the price it was for
fucking nuts
for a property that I love. I was like, that's fucking awesome. And we'll take some pictures after the show. And we'll send it out.
Oh, hell
yeah, are you
People wanna see
posting
it.
the pictures? We're
Yeah.
taking?
I posted the last ones too.
So I got a few more things that'll come up later in the sack, but for now, you've seen what I got.
I have some pictures
amazing.
you can't post. You'll hear about them next week.
Awesome. Speaking of pickups, this most recently had my first weekend off after peak was over. Went to Lexington, used some of my gift cards that the wonderful town folk of Lexington
that's
got
nice
me.
when they do that.
I love Lexington, man, and they treat me very well around Christmas.
I got some of that shit when I worked for the newspaper.
Oh yeah.
And like the kind folk of Delavan, I was delivering their newspapers for months because I couldn't find a kid to take over the route.
Take it over.
So my dumbass, the manager, is driving out to Delavan every day, including Saturday
you were
mornings.
driving.
Yeah, because the papers in Pekin, I'm in South Pekin, and I can't find a local kid to do it.
It's a long way from
Yeah.
South Pekin. I delivered papers very brief. Like I'd fill in for someone, and I would walk. It was just my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I was probably like 13, 14.
Yeah.
So like that, the fact that you had a car is like that's older than I would usually think of as a paperboy.
Well, I was the boss of the paper boys.
Yeah.
So
if you didn't
during the
have one, you had to go
holidays,
do it.
they were leaving shit out,
Yep.
You know, and I got a little extra gas money. I mean, I got reimbursed and stuff, but I had a little extra pocket
nice. It
change
makes you
because
feel-
of the customers.
Makes you feel good.
Nice. Where are these gift cards to in Lexington?
They were to good old Kemp's Upper Tab.
Oh, po' boys for life.
Oh, God.
I found a place in Peoria that does catfish po' boys.
Oh, no.
The one in Frostwood there?
No, the one up the road from where I now work, Cousins. That jazz lounge that's where Spotted Cow used to be.
Oh, dear.
Right.
Oh, dear.
It's right down the road from that the Bloody Mary Cafe that used to be a family video.
Yeah.
And the Red Barn's right up over yonder.
I think that didn't Marty Wambacher just go to that Bloody Mary Cafe thing?
Probably for his 365 bars and
We
365
got to get him
days.
back on the show. He's on a march to his grave, I think.
I think you are correct. But after we did that, we ran out to Blono because I also had a gift card to Meyer, and then we shucked on over to the item shop. I managed to snag some Smurfs,
Shrooms.
some Shrooms. Saw a few things out. We got a fun little controller for Henry for his Switch, and I would like to tell you that if I could have justified the purchase and had the disposable $100 to buy it, I'd like to tell you I wouldn't have, but there was a complete vintage Crystar in the display case.
I think I saw a picture of that.
I know it's my brother's shop, but like it amazes me that these things still exist in the world, and not just the Crystar, but like
I was
that it's
surprised
complete.
to see
that it's
that.
complete.
Yeah,
Who's got that? Where is it?
He might have been missing the shield, but the takeaway was it was Crystar. He was crisp. He was in good shape. He had a sword. The sword wasn't bent to shit or chewed on the tip by a kid. Like it was. Like I'm walking by, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and we had just done the episode.
Did you ever think that the bane of your existence would be children's teeth chewing on your toys?
I had a suspicion.
Do people bring that stuff to your brother, or is he out wheeling and dealing, driving hours away
I'm very-
on,
No.
somebody's got a haul?
He'll put stuff on Facebook like, I'm looking for this.
I'm very happy to say this. My brother started his own businesses 10, 12 years ago, and he would actively go look for things, and he would tell me at the time.
Tasco Tradeco days?
And Blono Tradeco, yes, on Market Street in Bloomington. He would say to me, it is my hope and my dream that people will just bring me the things.
And now they do.
And he is there.
That's how I wanted to be with vinyl. Like it was so amazing when you would go out in the wild and like get a lead on.
Well, the hunt's fun.
On a collection and it pan out and be worth it. Like, holy shit, this is amazing. Yes, I want all
There's
of this.
some Grail shit.
But it was so much more satisfying if I could just stay behind the counter and they
And
brought
somebody
it to
walks
me.
in to you with it.
That's where my brother is. People will bring entire
That's where you
collections of
want to
things.
be.
Yeah. You got to pay a little extra for that.
The co-owner of the item shop, Frank, will still go out to sales and stuff on the weekends.
Because it's still fun. Like I said, there's something to the hunt.
100%. 100%. Like I just presented you that Jimmy the Future Boy thing. So, Lindsay sent me the ad for that sale I would not have known about.
And you didn't ever look that up because you didn't know it existed.
Yes.
Yeah. Right? You didn't know what to look for.
That's like a great win. Like, holy shit, this exists, and I have it, and I can hold it, and the price is
And
reasonable.
my lady friend is wanting to give me an HJ under this table.
Well, I did.
Nice.
I did come in that estate sale.
Very nice, my friend. Very nice.
No, that's
Ain't not the only person at this table to leave your DNA on Moss Avenue.
Oh!
With that said,
My
hey-
boss lives there.
Oh, does he?
There you go. Derek fucked Dustin's boss. How about that?
Fucked him good. He was a delight. Let's get right in the fucking face. The fucking Space Ghost the way I got into your boss.
Oh, dear.
Gross.
Space Ghost. Oh, my God. This is a big one for Jason.
Space. Well, you know what, buddy? It's our first
boy.
patron pick of the year, courtesy of our boy, Patron Mike.
You see this? See what
And
Dustin's
Dustin is
doing?
putting a little bracky brack with like, what, 2 points of articulation for?
Yeah. He crosses his feet nicely.
Yeah.
He's casual, Brad.
Casual brag, baby.
Yeah, that's about right.
We are, of course, course, gathered here tonight to talk about Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which was a talk show that blended animation, live action, absurdism, and surreal humor for the Cartoon Network in the channel's infancy, making its debut on April 15th of 1994 and coming to an end after 9 seasons for the Cartoon Network and their Adult Swim block after 92 episodes and 5 specials on April 12th of 2004. Your number one song at the time of its release.
I Love Beans.
Here's a lovely song about my favorite food. Lima, lentil, soy, and pinto, navy, northern, and garbanzo, kidneys, and frijoles negros. I love beans. I love beans. Woo, woo, woo. I love beans. How about you? High in fiber, low in fat. Yeah, but you didn't know that. When I eat beans, I say it in my own little cloud. Nobody comes to visit me in my little cloud. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm cutting muffins. Because I love beans. Hey, I love beans every day. Beans are an excellent source of protein. I love beans. Dig-a-doo.
No, unfortunately.
It's a good track.
Robbed.
Don't touch me.
Whoa! Hey! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Whoa! Hey! Don't touch me! Hey! Hey! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Hey! Oh! Don't touch me! La 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 la. Don't touch me!
Bump and Grind by All Around Piece of Shit R. Kelly.
Oh, I'd much rather Brack be number one.
Oh, wouldn't we all? Your number one movie, D2, The Mighty Ducks. Knuckle Puck, baby.
Knuckle Puck. I'd rather them be number one. They're a great punk band out of Chicago.
While you find summer atop the trees, and after all of this, I still find it hard to breathe. I tell myself things you never did. You need a spine like I need a skin, but neither will ever happen. How dare you get me for not sticking around as if you ever did for me? I'll leave you in the dark with a broken flashlight. You left me with a choice and a pretext.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast was an animated talk show with live-action guests hosted by 60s Hanna-Barbera superhero Space Ghost, also known as Tad Ghostal. He is joined by his band leader Zorak, as well as the original Way Outs and director-producer Moltar, both of whom are free labor for the show, as they are imprisoned on the Ghost Planet for their crimes from the original series. The show often featured guests that were an eclectic mix of topical people at the time, as well as from television in the 60s and 70s, modern musicians and performers from the world of alternative comedy. Often making references that appealed to Gen Xers and early millennials at the time, the show was aimed at a teen and young adult audience. It serves as one of the first original programs for the Cartoon Network and would be instrumental in the creation of Adult Swim.
True that.
That is your very basic
I got to go there.
premise.
I
You got
went-
to go to there?
I went to the Cartoon Network when I was in Atlanta.
Nice.
In high school.
Atlanta.
We were on a youth group trip. All us Lutheran kids, Missouri Synod, thank you very much. We had our national youth gathering at Atlanta right after the year of the Olympics. So I got to party in the same Olympic park that Richard Jewell
Found a bomb in.
Recently exonerated. Thank you. He died, right? He's dead now. I think.
Is he? Paul Walter Hauser's doing great, though.
I think Richard Jewell has since passed away, unfortunately. But yeah, Paul Walter Hauser played him in that Clint Eastwood film, right?
Yep.
He did.
Clint Eastwood made a film about the 1996 Atlanta Olympic bombing.
He did.
That's wild. I never saw it.
I saw it in the theater. Sam Rockwell's in it, too. It's a good flick.
Was it good?
Did he dance?
I don't recall that happening. But yeah,
I was going to that. That's interesting.
I went to the CNN Tower or Center, whatever.
All Ted Turner related.
Correct. And all I wanted
Ted
to see
Turner tour.
Anything related to WCW wrestling, and Cartoon Network. That's
So,
what I wanted.
What year is this?
This would have been 97.
So WCW definitely fully going on at this time, and maybe about ready or in its like heyday.
Yeah. And we got to tour the studio, and as a future broadcasting student, that was interesting in its own right. I'm not a news guy, and I definitely wasn't in high school either. So seeing some CNN show being recorded live, whatever. I mean, the novelty of it's neat, but like I wasn't engaged in the content. I was more interested, like, hey, like where's the Cartoon Network level? Cartoon Network's presence was mostly in the gift shop. I got myself a keychain that lasted decades.
How right?
That I had from like age 16 to my mid 20s.
What was it of?
Beyond. It was of the original like checkerboard logo that just said Cartoon Network.
Okay.
In like encased in lucite or something much like a tooth, and I kept it on my ring of keys. And I got one for my cousin Paul, and he had it for a very long time as well. I also picked up a T-shirt of one Atom Ant.
Up and Atom, it's Atom Ant. His strength, his might, his speed, his fight. He's Atom Ant, that tiny ant, and his atomic power. Has what it takes and always makes the vilest villain cower. He's rough, he's tough, and bad guys yell enough when he is up and adamant.
Off of the clearance rack. I thought it was awesome that they even had a shirt.
This is not the new wave singer from the early.
No,
this
not
is the little superhero.
Not the Dandy Highwayman. Yeah, the bohemian rockabilly guy. No, this is a little ant with a Great Gazoo style helmet and everything. Yeah,
very strong.
Yeah, I bought a T-shirt of that, and I got a Brack magnet.
That's still on your fridge.
Still on my fridge.
Whoa.
I didn't bring it here tonight because it's holding up a picture of some people that
you brought
I care
3D
for.
Brack.
Yeah, I brought Brack.
Bric-a-brac.
And then I brought
Bric-a-brac.
my Space Ghost Coast to Coast DVDs 1 through 3. I wasn't sure if Jay was wanting to get his off the shelf that he just so nicely organized recently.
They're in the bag. All right, so here's my history with Space Ghost real quick. I found it on my own. No one told me about it. I found on Cartoon Network, or I guess that's where I saw it. But I feel like we didn't have Cartoon Network.
TBS had Cartoon Planet.
Maybe,
and I think that was
Cartoon Planet that I was watching.
Yeah, I know you didn't care for that as much, but my sister and I watched Cartoon Planet all the time. We had the barbecue CD soundtrack album.
Jeff Surf and Turf.
I feel like I bought that for maybe Kevin Clark.
Yes, you gave it to him at Blake's house once during a pool party.
Yes, yeah.
Blew his mind.
I would watch this. I found it on my and I was like, oh my god, this is really funny.
Yeah.
What is this? What is happening here? I remember being my friend Javen was dating this girl named Sarah during high school, and we were over at her house, and it was on TV, and I was like, oh, let's watch this. Oh, this is incredible. And she's like, I'm not watching this. And I was like, what a fucking cunt this bitch is. This is the best show on TV, and we're turning the channel.
Did he marry her?
No, he did not.
Okay, that's good.
I would go on to accumulate blank cassettes that I would record many episodes of the song. And I would take stickers and I would write. I didn't know the episode's name. I think I would I'd write Space Ghost and like the guests that were on it. Yeah, I didn't know who. I didn't know they had names, but I didn't. Know, they would pop up at the end, but I just remember that I would write the names.
Jimmy
of them.
Cliff.
Somewhere along the way, I think it was probably at Suncoast. I purchased a couple of Space Ghost figures. I think I had.
Do you have the Zorak? Because I used to have Zorak, and I don't have them anymore.
I had Space Ghost. They had a Space Ghost and like an Inviso Space Ghost, but I had just the regular Space Ghost.
I wanted that Space Ghost.
And
so
I think it was Zorak that I had.
He came with the piano thing.
Yeah, and I sold him like an idiot.
Yeah, I think I sold mine too because I used to have him and Brack next to each other, but somehow Brack remains.
I wish I had him, but I sold
just couldn't part with Brack
years and years ago, unfortunately. I had there's this girl that I was really good friends with in high school, and her and I went to Six Flags. And Six Flags must have had some sort of deal with Hanna-Barbera because while I was there, I bought a bunch of stickers, a bunch of Space Ghost stickers. And years later, I would love the game DJ Hero. And to play DJ Hero, you had to have a DJ controller.
Yes.
And I put my like kind of it was a round sticker with Brack in it, but like circle, like a kind of like a spiral circle in the background. And I put that right in the middle of the turntable.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was cool as shit. And you know why I thought that? Is because it was cool as shit.
That is cool.
I also have the DVDs here. They're in the sack here.
Yeah. Got that one.
I think you got that one. That's the season 1.
Yep.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
You couldn't believe how
Classic.
much these are going for on the secondhand market. I looked up.
I think they're out of print.
There's Space Ghost.
Oh, I
Volume
guarantee
2.
they are.
There's Volume 3, which just basically says this is 1997.
Yep. That's the one I've been enjoying over the past couple weeks.
And then I've got, and I think in the last episode that came out so far, I had mentioned how nice the packaging was for some of the early seasons when people were saying, "Hey, let's really do it up for these old television shows. People want to buy it.
Where are yours, Derek? Huh?
I don't have it.
Where are yours?
Let's give people a feast for the eyes." And then somewhere along the way, they said, "Fuck it, we're not doing that anymore."
Yeah, Weird Al's on the back of the first one, and Hulk Hogan too.
These are a couple of just plain Jane kind of. This is the 1998 episodes. They
look bootleg.
There's a picture of Space Ghost holding a gun to his head on the back. And then this one has it says 44 episodes, which seems like a lot.
That does.
And this is Space Ghost Coast to Coast from the Kentucky Nightmare DVD.
Oh, Kentucky Nightmare.
And so these are all the ones that I own.
Those last two are the ones that are the harder to find, go for a lot more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they're like the shittiest.
They are. There's no
that
work
is old
put into
Kentucky
them.
Shark.
But it's always
been here.
It's always the way, though, right? Like, oh, this thing's popular. It's like, okay,
the final
we keep making
wave
it
of a toy.
We keep making it. Popularity's waning. Here's some more, and then people don't give a shit. And then if you buy those, even though they're the shittiest ones, somehow they're worth the
They end
most.
up being worth the most.
So
it is crazy.
But I love Space Ghost. I
love it.
I think it's very funny. And yes, thank you. I have an old television here that is, I don't know, probably from the 80s.
Yeah.
It's a small little, like...
And this has been a staple of the decor here for years. A lot of things cycle through. This has been a constant.
Yeah, it's just a black plastic television with like a 7-inch screen, and I have a black and white photo of Space Ghost Moltar. And,
Didn't you have to go through hell to
sorry.
get that printed out? So that's why it remains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found this picture. I printed up a few pictures, mainly of Space Ghost, and I thought, I'll just print this out at the local Walgreens. It's pretty cheap to do so. And a few Walgreens said, we're not doing that. That's licensed material. I found a shitty Walgreens. They're like, we'll print any of the fucking thing
The
you
one
want.
up on University?
It was Knoxville McClure.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It's
that
actually,
one.
It's actually
I just drove
not
by that.
That was worse than the one on University.
Well, it's not even there anymore. I think it's been closed for the
It's
past
where the
couple
old
years.
theater used to
Yeah.
be. And they tore down the theater and the art. No, what was the name of that? I can't remember.
But I
But
don't-
it used to be one of the old Peoria movie houses.
Really?
And they tore it down and they built a Walgreens there.
That's funny because like I grew up just a few blocks from there.
I'm talking like like the Madison. Peoria had multiple theater houses.
Yeah.
And like the
Yeah.
Madison
Well,
is
it was a
the
huge
one that's
vaudeville
kind of
town.
endured. This one, they totally demoed the building and they built a fucking
In the
Walgreens.
mid '80s, I lived
Yeah.
like a half a mile north of there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that old Walgreens. Yeah, we don't give a fuck. We'll print whatever.
I don't give a shit.
License, go fuck yourself.
Your money will spend here.
So yeah, that's a piece of a decor I have in my house forever is Space Ghost.
Love it.
But that's my love and my experiences with Space Ghost, coast to coast.
Perfect. Well, Space Ghost, the character, made his original debut way back in 1966. as a Hanna-Barbera superhero production for CBS's fall lineup. The original series was packaged with another adventure series at the time, Dino Boy, largely terrible.
Adventure in the prehistoric land of the Lost Valley with Dino Boy. Adventure in the world of tomorrow with the Space Ghost. Before your eyes, see the fantastic come to life. Stay tuned for Dino Boy and the Space Ghost.
The show featured the voices of Gary Owens as Space Ghost and a young Tim Matheson and Jenny Tyler as Jan and Jace, respectively. His
Tim
two
Matheson?
sidekicks. Yeah.
From Animal
Yeah,
House?
Otter. And formerly Johnny Quest.
Unreal.
Hanna-Barbera mainstay and future Scooby-Doo Don Messick would provide the sounds for Blip, the team's monkey, truly the Frank Welker of his time.
We wish him luck as we do all Frank Welkers.
Oh, absolutely. Space Ghost would have a bit of a comeback in the 80s as part of NBC's Space Stars, a Hanna-Barbera produced hour-long block that featured the inclusion of another 60s team of heroes and adventurers, the Herculoids, as well as the newcomers, the Space Teens. These were not repackages of the 60s series with a new property, but rather new episodes and some updates for the 81 to 82 series. Some changes and updates included Jan and Jace obviously being recast, Frank Welker now stepping in as Blip, and a new look for the Phantom Cruiser. I will go on record as saying the 60s Phantom Cruiser, way better.
Yeah.
Way better than the 80s.
You just can't
Phantom
beat a
Cruiser.
classic.
You cannot. Gary Owens would return once more as the Ghost. The show would feature team-ups between Space Ghost, the Herculoids, and Kid Comet, Moleculad, and Elektra of the Space Teens. There was a fourth segment, Astro and the Space Mutts, that was also part of this block. At the end of the season, the show was relegated to syndicated runs, such as truncated half-hour versions, sans Astro, for USA's Cartoon Express. But from here, the Ghost was relegated to the Phantom Zone of Forgotten Tunes.
Do you remember?
I remember seeing, without Astro, these cartoons on USA Cartoon Express. I think I have some comic books, or at least I did, that had like you'd see ad inserts in comic books of like what's coming up for Saturday morning lineups that had Space Teens in there. Space Ghost showed the Herculoids, showed the Space Teens.
So not for Coast to Coast, but like for airing reruns of these old Hanna-Barbera.
The debut. And these weren't reruns in the 80s. This was a brand new cartoon.
Space Ghost had a new... He existed in the 80s.
In the 80s, yeah. And I can remember them rebroadcasting from time to time 80s Space Ghost. Not with the Herculoids, not with the Space Teens. They would chop it up and just play 80s Space Ghost, sometimes on Cartoon Network. So
they're trying to rehash shit even back then.
Oh God, yeah, fuck yeah.
We created
nostalgia baiting is nothing.
We
new,
created 9 things. Let's keep them going forever.
Cartoon Network programmer Mike Lazo was tapped to create a cartoon to appeal to adults, initially conceptualizing a revival of the Wacky Races with Khaki Jones and Andy Merrill. The trio shifted to focusing on Space Ghost after Merrill and Jay Edwards had to come up with a title for a marathon of the original Space Ghost series, landing on Space Ghost Coast to Coast due to its lovely rhyming. Operating on practically zero budget, but having Space Ghost at their disposal as everything was owned by Ted Turner and Turner Broadcasting, they set out to make the series with the old animation and what little budget they did have going to editing old clips of the cartoon with the old Avid non-linear editing software. So this is like, I think, pre-Flash animation.
I had heard they came up with that name probably for the event that you're talking about, that marathon thing.
And the event precedes
the Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yeah,
it was just like a marathon.
And then, like that night, the legend is anyway. That night, Andy Merrill woke up from a sleep and said, "This is a talk show. That we have this name. This is a talk show."
Oh yeah,
like he concocted it from.
I believe
from
it.
their like
the
fucking
voice of
around.
Rack.
Yes, R.I.P. Andy Merrill.
No, he's still with us.
Who?
Zorak is passed.
Oh, Zorak?
C. Martin Croker.
C. Martin Croker. Do you guys do a Zorak voice? Could one of you take over for him?
That's not my hand. It's my pincer.
Whoa, that line needs a little reworking.
That's not my hand. It's my butt.
Looks like we've got a winner. We'll take a closer look at the making of Space Ghost from Coast to Coast in a moment. But first...
Yes, I could.
You have a little something for us?
Space Ghost. What do you get when you cross Space Ghost with a root beer?
What do you
a
get?
Soda jerk.
Oh, boy. All right, that's not bad.
Thank you.
I don't have any dialogue. I just do this voice.
The one I always do is when the band Boston comes, and like you know how Boston always had the imagery of like a spaceship?
Yeah, a spaceship like on a guitar or something like that, or the
And
spaceship
like
was a guitar.
Zorak loved Boston, I guess.
Yes.
He's like,
Keep on rocking, Boston.
I can jump high. I can go real high.
No. I thought maybe you were joking.
Okay, here goes.
That went on forever. Luckily, Boston came by and picked me up.
Oh, bull.
They said they needed a keyboardist, and I said, I'm your mantis. So long, suckers! And off we went.
That's a lie.
They had this really cool ship. It was this whole freaking city on a flying UFO guitar, powered by rock and roll.
Lie.
Boston rocks.
And where did your friends Boston take you?
They were on their way to populate a new world where everyone would just rock forever.
That's a lie.
Alright, who wants to rock? There was not a life form, we just rocked. Is everybody ready to rock? Yeah! Play some guitar! Kick it! Man and Mantis rocking side by side. We gotta rock your face! Ow! Who's ready to rock and roll? Me and Boston. Just like that. We rocked everyone we met. God, it was beautiful. And when they were all rocked out, they dropped me off at home. Thanks, Boston! That rock! Hey, Boston! Keep on rocking! Those guys know how to rock.
Like G.I. Joe.
Never stop rocking!
That's very good. That's very good.
That's the one. That's my go-to for Zorak.
Yeah.
C. Martin Kroger, Andy Merrill's alive. I get them.
This
confused.
Merrill is alive.
I get him confused.
Got him.
I get him confused. Which one's dead?
Yeah, no, he passed a few years ago, and it's kind of a bummer. I've done some research into his work beyond, and it seemed like Cartoon Network kind of took advantage of his loyalty on a financial level, and he was kind of. Honestly, for somebody who worked on a project like that, you would think they might be a little more comfortable. I think he lived an existence very similar to us. That it was just like he liked doing these things, and he did it, and he lived very modestly. But he was kind of in a bad way towards the end, and didn't really take a lot of good care of himself.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's he had a great voice for voice work, and. I think some people tried helping him a little bit, but he had loyalties, and they weren't necessarily as great back to him.
Another thing that I love that he did was not on Space Ghost, but it was on like the Brack show starring Brack or something like that. You remember it was like a variety show thing.
It was
he
called
did?
The Brack Show ostensibly, but every episode had a different title.
It was like
Leave
a
It to Brack.
1950s.
It wasn't the Brack show.
Oh, okay.
It was a variety show. That Brack
that
did.
preceded.
It was like the Brack show starring Brack. The Brack show presents the Brack
Yes.
presents the Brack show starring Brack. Something
Yes,
like that.
yeah, that preceded
Yes,
the Brack
it
Show.
came out before the Brack show on Adult Swim,
Yeah.
and he. It was so stupid. Like they were performing live. It was like a lot of like stage and like curtains and shit, and like chintzy scenery. That's like it doesn't have to be chintzy. It's drawn, but they purposely made it look shitty. And he came out and Brack sings a song with Zorak about cheese logs and beef logs.
Yep.
Yes.
And I love it.
Beef log, what a treat! A hefty hunk of processed meat, dipped in mustard. Oh, what joy! I'm a jolly beef log boy. Hot and spicy, mild or plain, I even eat the cellophane. I might share some with my dog, 'cause we both love beef log. Oh, boy!
Brack, I beg to disagree. Cheese log is the log for me. As a meal or as a snack is my favorite saturated fat. Cheese log, cylindrical and yellow. Cut the cheese log and I'm a happy fellow.
Beef log, what a treat! A hefty hunk of processed meat, dipped in mustard. Oh, what joy! I'm a jolly beef log boy! Cheese log!
And I hope that we can hear it
Cheese
now.
log.
Oh, you know how many audio drops are going to be in this
this is-
episode? I got a week to turn this shit out,
the
but
deal.
I got nowhere to go this weekend.
We could only end up
Royal
recording.
Rumble's it.
We can only end up recording for 45 minutes tonight. This is going to be a 3-hour episode just from drop.
Cheese log is the log for me.
See, that's a good Zorak.
That's a good Zorak.
It's my favorite saturated fat.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
Cheese log, cylindrical and yellow. Cut the cheese log and I'm a happy fellow.
That's good.
That's very good.
My voice is more suited for a
Probably
Moltar impression.
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
If I was given the proper things to say, I don't
give a word they say.
I want to find a Tanzit. That's what I want.
Yeah.
So I could do Tanzit.
Introducing.
Why are you pecking on me?
I saw a video about Space Ghost in preparation for this, and someone it was like AI or something had done something weird, and they called Metalis Metalist, and it was like fucked up. But I love Metalis had the best voice because it was like all like
it's just noises.
It was like
metallic noises.
Well, it was like the Peanuts wonk wonk wonk, but like distorted,
distorted and metallic sounding.
Fucking great.
The best was Lokar. Oh, hello there, lover.
He was like early. I felt like he was early in the series, wasn't he?
God, it was Andy Merrill.
He was another bug, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
he was a locust,
Yep.
and Zorak was a mantis. But no, a lot of the initial work was farmed out to Design FX in Atlanta, as it was in close proximity to Cartoon Network, and this would be a partnership that led to Lazo poaching C. Martin Croker, making him the chief animator for the series, and of course voicing Zorak and Moltar. 2 pilots were made. One never aired, but made its way to a DVD set, and that utilized archival footage of Denzel Washington, with Merrill serving as the voice of Space Ghost. The crude pilot would serve as a proof of concept. A second pilot would be made featuring Emma Thompson, with Gary Owens returning as the voice of the Ghost. Once picked up for series, George Lowe would be cast as Tad Ghostal, though Owens would return in a couple episodes. Initially, interviews... I'm sorry.
Let me interrupt you real quick.
I'm distracted trying to think of Andy Merrill and Denzel Washington in their own version of Training Day.
I haven't seen that, but I did hear that happened, and that it might be on one of the DVDs we talked about. Next week, we're going to talk about Inspector Gadget.
Yes.
Among other things.
And so much of Inspector Gadget is the fact that they said, we found the perfect voice in Don Adams. And to me, I can't think of anyone else doing that voice for Inspector Gadget. That's how I feel about George Lowe.
Agreed.
Yeah. Like, they found the right guy to do this.
George Lowe seems like the average Joe when he takes Esco for a walk down his street in Lakeland, until he opens his mouth.
You just very innocently say something like, "How come you don't have any more Orange Crush?" And the kid's like, "Do you do voiceover?" And I'm like, "Oh, crap."
Found out he's the voice of
Space Ghost.
the dad on Brack.
Why do I keep reading about people whose dreams of instant wealth come true who are not me?
And the unicorn on Robot Chicken.
Come with me. Let's have fun adventures together.
Along with his seemingly never-ending collection of voices, he collects something else.
George's house is like, well, it's kind of like a museum on acid.
There are paintings, carvings, and just cool stuff everywhere you look.
It's a real sickness. I ought to be in a program.
Whatever you want to call it, it all started young.
Mom caught me at graduation and said, you want a car? And I said, no, I want a Picasso. And so we went to the bank. It was a print, too. We had to get a loan for the print.
From just one, his collection now tops 700 pieces. They cover every tabletop and square inch of wall space. George is also a known artist himself.
They're about a year start to finish. I use watercolor in them, but the majority of the work is colored pencil on brown, just crappy paper.
The humble paper didn't stop one of his works from selling at an art auction in New York recently at a very respectable price.
$1,300. Ooh, lucky 13. Tonight on Big 13.
You can catch his work in a number of museums and, of course...
Now, it's time for the lightning round.
Yeah, you sound good, too.
On a channel near you.
Man, do I sound angry.
In Polk County, Ken Suarez, Fox 13 News.
Who was the other guy?
Gary Owens.
Yeah, like, he was
Great
a
voice. Yeah,
legend in his field.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas means many things to many people. To some, Christmas means glittering lights, gaily wrapped gifts. That's right, sounds of laughter and good cheer. To the folks at Preparation H, it means a time to pause for a few moments to to give thanks to their friends who've been so kind and generous. So from Preparation H to you and yours, very Merry Christmas.
But he doesn't fit these roles. He didn't fit the role for Inspector Gadget, and it didn't work out when he tried to reprise it as Space Ghost, at least not for what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And they totally got the right guy, so much so that well into the run, probably towards the end of the run of Space Ghost, they made like a live-action documentary, day in the life kind of thing for adults. So I don't know if you guys ever saw this. I don't really think it was a failed pilot, but I forced it to be a failed pilot for the old show I used to do,
No one's
Couch
gonna
Pilot.
say shit about it.
So I did
It's
it for
your
that show.
You can literally do whatever you want.
Towards the end of the run of that program, I did like a season of Adult Swim shit, like 10 episodes in a row of Adult Swim failed pilots, and
The
that
big
was
blow ball.
Yeah, that was definitely somewhere along the way. But so was this. It was, I can't remember what it was called exactly, but it was George Lowe kind of as himself. And like,
I don't remember what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's kind of a weird mix. It would never work as a series, and probably was never meant to be. But I wanted to do it, so I kind of forced it to be a failed pilot.
You did Bag Boy. Why not do that?
Yeah, that's another good example.
Paczynski.
Yeah, well, no, that was meant to be a series.
Oh,
I think you're talking like Bag Boy is probably just this weird fucking one-off.
Yeah,
thing.
Adult Swim had a period where it's
And then
just
Matt
like,
Phillips
let's make this
shows
weird
up at a
ass
bowling
fucking
alley
thing
dressed that way.
and throw it on.
Yeah.
Now, initially, interviews were conducted with an actor dressed as Space Ghost and asking questions, evidently with a Shakespearean accent. But this would be cut due to it interfering with the interview process.
I've always wondered what they saw.
Yeah, I do know. I
Based
did know
on their
initially.
reactions.
It never took a genius to watch, a 12-minute episode of this thing and be like, there's obviously editing happening here.
Yeah.
This is not a real back and forth, voice.
It's not quite Weird Al's where it's like these are pre-recorded interviews.
Yeah.
Like this is actually the exchange that's happening.
Yeah. So like I had heard tell that like at least season 1 somebody was conducting an interview in a Space Ghost costume.
You are, sir?
I am Space Ghost, Citizen Bruce.
And what planet are you from?
I come from the Ghost Planet, a.k.a. Cartoon Network.
And what special powers do you have, if any?
I can become invisible, I can fly, and I bake one heck of an apple brown Betty.
And Space Ghost?
We're enjoying a laugh now,
Yes,
aren't we,
we
Bruce?
are. How do you serve humanity?
How do I serve humanity? Well, I usually prefer to serve humanity steaming hot, right out of the kitchen, because it's no good if it's cold.
Do you have a secret identity?
My secret identity, yes. My real I will share this with you, Citizen Bruce. Nobody else is listening?
Correct.
My real identity is Tad Ghostal. That's my secret identity, Tad Ghostal, but don't tell anyone.
And what does Tad do for a living?
Well, Tad used to work at the Gap. He works at the Gap, but on weekends he fights crime.
Well, Space Ghost, we don't want to keep you from your mission.
Not at all. I can stay another hour.
Thanks for stopping by Caspan.
It was a pleasure to be here on Caspan, and thank you for having me. Citizen Bruce and Citizen Cameraman doing a fine job.
So he is.
All righty.
The first season, maybe 2, it's very clear, like you said, chopping up. But by the time you get to Weird Al, I think that's like, what, season 3 or so?
But you were talking more about the Weird Al show.
Yeah.
Where I thought you meant the Weird Al episode.
So he would, like,
there came a point
quote
where there was
unquote,
more involvement.
he has these interview bits
like
that are
A-list
edited.
celebrities. Like he'll like talk to Madonna,
and
or
it's
like
just
someone,
a
right?
recut MTV interview that he got permission to use the footage, and then he knows what they're going to say, so then he makes a funny question to set that up. That's not what this is. This is an organic conversation with just ridiculous absurdity.
I wonder how many people would copy that, because I've mentioned it many times before. We're in the 17th year of the podcast Comedy Bang Bang. In the very early days, I'm talking about the first year, maybe the first 2 years, occasionally the host, Scott Aukerman, would do that. Like, you could tell that he loved people like Weird Al, and he would mimic those things in an auditory manner and put that into
As an
the
editor,
podcast.
it's fun when you have that tool belt, or like I could do it weekly if I really wanted to, but it's a lot of minutia and just
it takes a time.
It does,
a lot of time.
and yeah, you have to have a lot of time to work on that. That's something you normally wouldn't do on a weekly basis unless it's your actual
I think
job.
he had some time back then. He was a writer for comedies and for movies and stuff, but I think you find yourself with a lot of time. And he had this weekly radio show, Comedy Bang Bang, he was doing. And he would mimic that style of taking a celebrity's previous interview and putting in absurd questions with it. And the one that I remember the most was he's a big lover of pop music of the 80s. He did an interview with a quote-unquote interview with Morrissey.
Morrissey, it is just such a pleasure to talk to you. How are you today?
Heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a one-time thing, or do you feel that way? That's too bad. Well, if it's any consolation, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, well.
So he made this, like 3-minute conversation interview.
He just canceled concerts this week. You believe that?
Did he still? Morrissey, I don't know, 63?
Yeah.
Still doing it.
Did you know Thomas Lennon is in like a Smiths tribute band? Or at least shared stage with one.
I know there
a band
is-
brought him up on
Okay.
stage, and he was dressed and pretending to be Morrissey, like with flowers in the back pocket and everything. And it's Thomas Lennon.
I didn't know that.
Doing a performance of Morrissey.
I know. I think some of the mainstays of this band are Ken Marino and David Wayne. That's the middle-aged dad jam band. And I know they're going to be at San Francisco Sketchfest coming up, but I think they're doing.
I think this was Sketchfest related.
They did or are doing a like a Billy Joel only set.
Okay.
And I know Thomas Lennon was going to be there.
Gotcha.
So the fact that he's like being infused into these covers of like I didn't know about the Morrissey thing.
Yeah,
That's funny.
apparently he showed up on stage dressed as Morrissey.
That's awesome.
There is some comedy to be mined out of these editing.
Oh, totally.
And Space Ghost only got better as time went on. I own, I think, all the DVDs that are available. The first season is not as funny.
That's why I went 3. I went with the latest ones I had because I'm like, that's the most polished and in the groove.
That's when you
got.
hit the sweet spot.
The Ramones were in there, like that. That's always been a fave.
The Conan O'Brien, the H. John Benjamin's a good one.
That's a good one.
Stephen Wright's a good one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good episodes right in the middle where it's a little edgy,
Yeah.
but it's not late stage Adult Swim Space Ghost where they're saying the word shit. Don't cuss. Don't swear. You're losing what was good about the show. You're reaching beyond your borders. If you ask me. There's still some funny stuff.
I can see your point.
The late stage shit's still funnier than the very early stuff, but right in the middle, where
middle was amazing.
Where they're a couple years in, but Adult Swim hasn't happened yet.
That has not been breathed into existence.
When alt comedy was at its height, and you got to dip into like Matthew Sweet was on the show, or
that was a good episode.
or fucking Michael Stipe was on. They got some
Michael
really
Stipe was
cool
crazy.
people. Bjork, the
Yeah,
Bjork one,
the
where she's
Bjork one was.
she's his wife.
Thank you, Moltar. Hey, honey, how are you?
Do you like sulfur?
Sulfur? Sulfur's my favorite food, honey. You know that. Is that why you called me?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Can I sing in Icelandic?
Not now, honey, please. I'm right in the middle of a giant space war.
I enjoy talking to you.
Yes, you do, but like I said, this space war, what can I do? Aliens.
Yeah?
Yeah, so you have to go now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll talk to you when there is peace. In space. Honey, I buried a present for you out in the yard.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why don't you go dig it up?
Kannski sleikja á þér tærnar stundum.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell him you said that.
Hey, what'd you bury?